It's 2 a.m. You're replaying a conversation from 6 hours ago. And the thing you said, and the thing they said back, the version where you said it better. You tell yourself to stop, to let it go. It's not that deep, and somehow that makes it louder. If you've ever tried to force yourself to stop thinking about something and watched it get worse the harder you tried, you weren't failing at willpower. You were running into a mechanism a Harvard psychologist proved in 1987. And it turns out two philosophies, a continent apart, had already solved it. It's never just the conversation. It's the mistake at work you keep rehearsing at your desk. The text you keep rereading, looking for a different meaning. The argument you keep re-winning 3 days later in the shower. Here's what nobody tells you about this. It's not free. Every cycle you spend trying to force a thought out is a cycle you don't have left for the actual work in front of you, the person actually talking to you, the decision that actually needs making today. This isn't just an emotional cost, it's a cognitive one. And the advice everyone gives you, just let it go, isn't just unhelpful, it's working against you. In 1987, a Harvard psychologist named Daniel Wegner ran a simple experiment. He asked people to sit and speak their thoughts out loud for 5 minutes, with one instruction: don't think about a white bear. Within seconds, nearly everyone was thinking about the white bear, more than if he'd never mentioned it at all. Wegner's explanation is the part that matters. Successfully suppressing a thought requires 2 mental processes running at once. One process pushes the thought away, but a second process has to constantly check whether it worked. Is the bear still there? Is the bear still there? And checking requires holding the bear in mind. The mechanism built to remove the thought is the same mechanism that keeps reactivating it. Just let it go isn't bad advice because you're bad at following it. It's bad advice because it's structurally rigged to fail for anyone, every time. Roughly 2,000 years ago, a Stoic philosopher and a Taoist philosopher who never met, the Stoics called it the dichotomy of control. When an intrusive thought or feeling shows up, don't fight it directly. Redirect your attention to the one thing that's actually yours to control. Your next judgment, your next action, not the bear, your hands. The Taoists called it Wu Wei, often translated as non-forcing. Instead of redirecting effort, remove it. Stop pushing against the current entirely. Let the thought move through without supplying it. Resistance to feed on. Different vocabulary, same underlying move. Neither tradition tells you to fight the thought head on, because fighting it head on is exactly the trap Wegner would go on to prove exists 2,000 years later. That's not a coincidence. That's 2 independent civilizations noticing the same flaw in the human mind and building around it. Now, here's where I have to be straight with you. Wegner's original theory said suppression backfires immediately, in the moment. Newer research complicates that specific claim. Some studies find the in-the-moment backfire mostly shows up under mental strain, not always. What holds up consistently across decades of replication is the rebound. Suppress a thought now, and it comes back stronger later. That's the part the Stoics and Taoists were both working around. The mechanism is real. The claim isn't that it happens every single time you try. It's that betting your mental energy on suppression is a bad bet, reliably over time. Here's where it stops being philosophy and starts being usable. Stanford psychologist James Gross has spent decades studying exactly this. Not suppression, but the two strategies that actually work as replacements for it. In his research, reappraisal, changing how you interpret a situation, immeasurably lowers activity in the amygdala, the brain's threat response center, and increases